Actually, we didn't. Roxanne was the B-side to a song called Hanging Out. So the record company was putting their resources and really aiming for Hanging Out to be the hit. Roxanne was really a put together B-side record. And, you know, they were really rapping about someone that didn't even exist. The three of them was battling for a girl that neither one of them got. So that's what the whole song was about, Roxanne, Roxanne. And, I guess going in the studio and doing that was phenomenal, you know, because prior to that, you know, you be at home DJing, they're rapping over beats, but now we're in the studio creating our own music, so, you know, and adding to the hip hop culture. So the first time we heard Roxanne Revenge, we were very unhappy because it kind of felt like a diss record at the time. And we didn't know her from a can of paint, you know what I'm saying? And she's like maybe 14 years old, you know what I mean, at the time. So we got a young 14-year-old female answering our record about who they couldn't get. So, you know, it was just hilarious. But the initial feeling was it didn't feel good. And they also, doing that record, kind of beat us to the punch of what we were going to do. We were going to do our own Roxanne. That's why after she did what she did, we said, well, we could answer our own record if that's the case. And that's how the real Roxanne came into play. Because if we're going to have a Roxanne, we're going to be the one to pick it. So that's what that was about. So many answer records, probably well over 20, maybe over 30. The saga just kept going. You know, you had Roxanne Shante with Roxanne's Revenge, then the real Roxanne, and it was Roxanne's a man, and Roxanne's a dog, and do the Roxanne dance, and it was just Roxanne everything for about almost 2 years, maybe going on 3. And different DJs would actually do mega mixes on their mix shows, just blazing through the Roxanne, the multi Roxanne records. So they may cut up for 20, 30 minutes, a bunch of different songs that came out after hours, a whole little Roxanne medley. You know, we studied the greats before us, but the 4 of us collectively had 4 different images. And, you know, like I said, Kango, he labeled himself the Soldier of Love. Dr. Ice was the debonair Dr. Ice. Educated Rapper was the educated rapper. I was the Mixed Master Ice. I wore the ninja suit. We were showmen, you know, and each one of us represented our image, you know, to the fullest. So, you know, we weren't just on there walking across the stage and just, you know, we were very active. I had a DJ solo in the show. Doc and Kango danced in the show. We actually sang in the show. You know, we did it all. We had a good time doing it too. Oh man, so many, so many. Those were good times. You know, being able to travel the world and showcase our version of hip hop and watch how amazed our fans were and how, you know, how they studied us and loved us. You know, it was amazing to be a part of that culture as it was flourishing. But there's a lot of great memories I could remember. I think one that just stands out in my mind is being in Hawaii. And the first time we was out there, it might have been us, Lisa. There was a group out there called the Jets at the time. I think they had a song called Crush on You that was real big out there. But I remember that particular show because it was like sold out, like, I don't know, maybe 15, 16,000. And just the energy from that particular show, I just really remember standing out to me. Probably 86, 87. There's always competition, but sometimes it's friendly competition. You know, you want to get out there, you want to bust each other's ass. You know what I'm saying? But not to the standpoint of to create enemies. Everybody want to shine. You know what I mean? And you want to leave that stage, knowing that you fulfilled that and accomplished that. So whoever got to come on after you, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Because we come to represent. Salute to the late great educator rapper. Salute to the late great Kango. I feel like a team that's down 2 starting quarterbacks. They were very dope. We've achieved legendary status. So, now that they're gone, I'll continue to hold the torch. Doc will continue to hold the torch. But at the end of the day, we were able to leave a legacy behind, great music behind that would never die. We were blessed to have, some hits and some classics. And in this business, you get a hit that turns into a classic and you will always work. So, I'm humbled. When I talk for the 4 of us. I'm humbled. We're humbled to be acknowledged, and as well as being amongst the other inductees as well. It's a good feeling, when you receive flowers, especially when you're able to receive them while you're alive. But some people, they receive their flowers after they pass, and that's a mark of a legend as well. So it's a great feeling. We're definitely honored and much appreciative. And salute to everybody involved. Salute to the National Hip Hop Museum. Also salute to Rock the Bells as well, because they're a major force in the industry that respects the pioneers, respects the legends, and puts a platform together where we can shine and continue to evolve. Some of the DJs that inspired me early, it's just so many to mention, but all the way back to the beginning, where you go back to Kool Herc, Africa Bambaataa, Grandmaster Flash. Oh man, there's so many of them. Charlie Chase, Tony Tone, Grand Mixer DST, Jazzy J, Red Alert, the late great DJ WizKid, major influence on me. That's just to name a few, because that history back then is so long, and I was fortunate to be able to study and listen and watch them, and mostly hearing them from tapes. And I was young back then. Them guys was like in the Bronx and uptown. I'm from Brooklyn, so a lot of times we would hear them on tapes and then go home and practice and try to figure out what it was that they was doing, how they were manipulating these records like that. But those are some of the guys that inspired me, but it's way more than that. Salute to all the pioneer DJs. U.T.F.O. initially got connected with Houdini through a Tin Pan Apple contest that was going on. And it was a 2-part contest. One was a rap contest and the other one was a dance contest. U.T.F.O. entered both competitions. In the rap contest, the Fat Boys actually won that contest, and that jump-started their career, and they got a recording contract from that. We came second in that competition. On the dance competition, Kango and Doc entered that as the Keystone Dancers, and they won that contest. And as a result of winning that contest, they got to go on tour with Houdini. They had a European run that they did with them. Then they came back to the States and did a run with the Fresh Fest, and that's some of the early developments of U.T.F.O. and the Houdini connection. I always say without the old, there can never be the new. But I salute the new as well, because they're carrying the torch. Now, of course, things are a little different now. There's a lot of interaction with the technology. So before, where we was just DJing raw, where it was just records and skills, now there's a lot of technology that's implemented as well. But there's DJs all over the world that I watch and study, and and because of the internet and YouTube, different people come across your feed and you see some of their work, you're like, oh man, he's pretty dope. So people are continuously evolving the DJ culture, which I'm very proud of that as well. at the time, originally my name just used to be DJ Ice. Ice is the last 3 letters of my first name, which is Maurice. But there was a guy in the neighborhood. This had to be maybe around 81, 82. There was a guy in the neighborhood that had his DJ name, but he had Mix Master on top of his DJ name. So I thought that name was dope. I wanted that to be attached to mine. Back where we come from, you just can't bite off of somebody like that, but you can challenge them in a competition, and which I did. So he was friends with Kango at the time, so Kango was able to set it up, and he accepted the challenge, which you have to accept the challenge or you forfeit. So it was set up at his house because I was challenging him, so I had the DJ on his equipment, and I went on first and gave him a little something, and he didn't even want to go on after that. So that's some of my early DJ memories that will always stand out, is how I even got the name Mix Master. I got it through a battle, and then I went from DJ Ice to DJ Mix Master Ice. Earned the title. What's the deal? It's the legendary Hall of Fame DJ Mix Master Ice from UTFO, and I want to send a big shout out to Rock the Bells and my man, my homie LL Cool J. Salute. Continue to provide the platform we need to evolve. Much love.